It was year 2013, my last year of my high school education at Tulare Union, before I graduated and moved on to college. Throughout my high school education, I had a best friend named Jessica. We've been best friends ever since elementary. We both wanted our last year to be fun and filled with many memories. We wanted to end this year on a good note, so we sat and thought about what we could do to make this year fun. Jessica smiled brightly and said that we should join a school club. She told me it would be fun and it would look good on our transcripts when we left to college. At first, I was thinking to myself, do I really want to join a club? But I told Jess I was interested because I wanted the school year to be fun since she was leaving out of state for school. She then told me we should join the Folklorico Dance Club. She felt like we should so we could have fun and learn about our culture and the art the dance brought. I then asked, what is that? Folklorico is a traditional Latin American dance that emphasizes local folk culture with ballet characteristics. The dance involves highly choreographed, exaggerated dance movements. Each region in Mexico had a different type of characteristics that involved their area. Women wore brightly colored dresses, and men were dressed nicely and wore sombreros. I've never been that person who likes to join clubs or participate in clubs, especially dancing. I like to avoid dancing as much as possible because I get extremely uncomfortable and I start sweating, my hips get tight, and I mess up. I was the type of person who cared what people thought about me. I didn't want people to make fun of me or laugh at me when I was dancing. Jessica told me not to worry about it. There's nothing no wrong with trying something new. You won't know till you try. She kept pestering me about joining. She told me everything will be okay as long as you have fun with it. She mentioned she'll do her best to help me. She felt like it was an important club to join because of our culture, our Hispanic culture. She felt like we would learn a lot about it and we can use it for our knowledge. I finally said yes, and Jessica was extremely happy that I accepted her invitation. On the first day of our meeting, we all got together and planned out ideas for the future. One of the big ideas was to have a Cinco de Mayo festival in May. What we wanted to do was to have a festival where we had Mexican food, Mexican music, and we were able to broadcast a dance from our group. We wanted to perform a folklorical dance for the whole school in the school auditorium. So we decided to start practicing for that date. However, the first couple of practice I was doing terrible. My hips were tight, I was sweaty, and I felt extremely uncomfortable. I do not like dancing, and it was hard for me to get my footwork down. No matter what I did, I felt like I wasn't improving at all. Jessica tried her best to calm me down and show me the steps and the dance. However, I just wasn't getting it. It was until the fifth day of practice, Mrs. Rodriguez took me in, pulled me aside, and talked to me. She spoke to me and gave me advice. She said that there's nothing wrong with doing something new. No one's perfect, and everyone's here is to have fun. There's nothing wrong with messing up. All you gotta do is just learn from your mistakes and move on. Ever since the day that Mrs. Rodriguez gave me advice, I felt like I started to not worry about what people thought about me. After that, I just started slowly improving. I started focusing on my footwork. I started feeling confident about myself. Once I started feeling confident about myself, I felt like I was improving every day and getting to the closer goal of mine in becoming a better dancer. It was finally Cinco de Mayo, and I was confident in myself that I was ready to perform this dance in front of everybody. There was music blasting, food everywhere. All students were outside listening to music and trying Mexican food. After that, everybody was headed to the auditorium where the dance was going to be held. All the ladies were all dressed in brightly colored long dresses, and the men were dressed in nicely pair of slacks and long t-shirts with a sombrero. It was almost dance time, and I just felt myself getting nervous, but however, I was still confident in myself. The music started, and I slowly started thinking to myself, I got this. I got all the footwork down. I made sure that me and my best friend were on the same page as we danced around the circle inside the auditorium. Within minutes, the dance was over. I felt like it was forever. However, I felt confident in myself that I did good, and overall I had fun. And I could see in my best friend's eyes that she had fun as well. I felt like we did not make no mistakes, and we both enjoyed ourselves. I have no regrets of joining this club. I had fun, and I learned a lot about myself and my culture. I learned that there's nothing wrong with doing something new. You never know until you try it. This adventure has inspired me to learn more about my culture and more about the dances that are involved in my culture. Ever since then, I have been heavily involved in my church and leading dances within my church. We've had many dances that involve the Hispanic culture and other types of dances. Now, I feel more confident in myself in dancing, and I feel more knowledgeable about my culture.